everyone to day 5 of the challenge Healthy for Life starter kit. Woo! I'm cheering you on. You made it to day 5. Yes, I have pom-poms. So how is everyone doing today? I hope you've been doing well throughout the week and that you've been slowly implementing all the things that I've been suggesting you to do, because you can learn, but we want you to not just learn, we want you to implement. So if you are here for the live, by all means, say hi from the comments, tell me where you're watching in from, and we're going to get started with day 5. Yes, great to go, everybody, for showing up and being here. You are so great. I am cheering you on. So in the past few days, I've given you step-by-step things to implement. Day 1 was increasing your veggies and fruit, having more whole foods. Day 2 was eating 3 meals a day, eating your meals on time. Day 3 was drinking more water. Yesterday we went all into everything about clean carbs. So all of these tips are helping you to nourish your body in a way that keeps you satisfied and not hungry in between meals, so you won't be as tempted with some of the maybe not as healthy snacks. Now, I know, when I first started my body typology program, I'm like, I have the best healthy eating program in the whole world. However, I found that unless we looked a little bit more into the emotional eating aspect and the triggers that might be keeping us into our maladaptive coping mechanisms, unless we address those, then my clients might revert into their old habit. And that's the last thing that I wanted. I wanted to help them out to learn how to overcome the emotional eating or the triggers that were keeping them stuck. And you might be saying, from the beginning, Sue-Ann, what do you know about these struggles that we have? Have you ever been overweight and struggled? So no, I have, I've gained some weight and I've been able to lose it in the past, but not like 100 pounds, like some people who called themselves a so-called expert because all of a sudden they've lost a certain amount of weight and now they're going to tell you how to. But for myself, I overcame many, many struggles, and I may not have used food for numbing, but I did use alcohol back in the day and pot and things to kind of numb down my feelings. And I had no clue that I was doing that, and often we're not aware. I think so many people think that if they can just have the clean, healthy diet and just be super rigid and follow their plan, and then they're going to drop the weight, and they don't realize the extent of how important it is to heal the emotional aspect as well. And so I've given you a sheet to get you started. It's a little emotional eating chart that you have in your email. I will be sending it out in the email this afternoon as well, because the first step along your path to figuring out your triggers is awareness. So I invite you to print the sheet or, download something similar and use it as a little journal. And each time you might be reaching for food when you're not hungry, or you just really need that snack late at night, or you're having something after you just finished a big meal and you're not actually physically hungry, write down, pause in the moment, and take a second to check in. What are you feeling? What is the emotion there? Is there, frustration at your partner or at someone at work? Is there sadness? Is there loneliness? Is there boredom? Often there are these feelings that are there and we're not aware that we're trying to alleviate them. So start keeping track for the next few days, and I swear over time you will see a pattern, like, oh, look at that. I ate that time because I was frustrated, and that time I was angry, and then again I was frustrated at the situation. So you'll see a pattern, and that is step number 1. Step number 2 is realizing, okay, now I see this pattern. Can I work through it? Can I find better coping mechanisms in the moment to help me out? what can I do to help me feel through this feeling or alleviate it? I always remember one woman I worked with, she was 19 years old, and she often had fights with her boyfriend, was not the right match for her. She did end up finding someone much better, but at the time there would be fights, there would be anger, there would be sadness. And she came back in on our weekly get calls, and she said, you know, this weekend, the same thing. I was so angry and sad, but I just sat with those feelings, and I realized that those feelings would come and go, and after a while they left, and I was okay. I didn't reach for food, and I was like, ah, hallelujah. This is, if more people could do this on the planet, we would have way less overeating, we would have way less addictions, way less alcoholism if we could just be with our feelings and know that they're not going to last. Know that the sadness may pass, or the anger, or whatever it is, if we can be with the feelings and allow them to be there and work through them. So that is one of the keys. After I had, been working as as a naturopath for a while, I finally decided to train in what's called RTT, which stands for Rapid Transformational Therapy, which is an amazing modality to help my clients go and get into a really relaxed state so we can find out what are the triggers. And often it's like, oh my God, I had no idea that thing that happened when I was 12 or I was 8, that thing my mother said, or this happened in school, that teacher, it's actually still triggering me now. So we release this whole pattern, we reframe it, and I make a positive recording for them to listen to over the upcoming weeks and really transform that thought pattern, really transform that mindset into something way more positive. So if you want to know more about that, you can always send me a DM. I love to do the RTT sessions. I see such a huge transformation happening with my clients. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about today is eating right for your body type. So for me, before I learned how to eat right for my body type, I had up and down energy all day long. I would crash in the morning. I would yawn in the afternoon for half an hour nonstop. I was constantly hungry. I was constantly reaching for food and carbs and bread and more snacks. I was always hungry and always eating. I had eczema all over my hands for 20 years. I had, as I said, very low and up and down energy and no stamina. I joined a cycling club back in the day and I could barely keep up. And when I started learning about eating right for my body type, taking my classes to be a naturopath, and my teacher was talking all about the body types, and she was describing the thyroid type, I'm like, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's me. Across the board, it was 100% description of me. And I was super stubborn. I'm like, no, I like my cereal for breakfast. I like eating this way. I'm not eating, more chicken. I'm a yoga teacher. I'm a vegetarian. There is no way. I was super stubborn to try anything. And week after week, as we kept on learning more, and it made so much sense, and I started seeing the other students like losing weight and dropping pounds and looking amazing, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this out because it's making a lot of sense and I want the same transformation. So I started eating the right foods at the right time for my body type. I felt so much better. I felt so much more balanced. My energy and strength and stamina just increased exponentially. Gone were the afternoon energy crashes. I had full balanced energy all day. The eczema on my hands completely disappeared. Yes, I was learning other things like how to reduce my acidity and things like that. But it just gave me this feeling inside of feeling good eating that way. And across the board, that's what happens with all of my clients when they start eating the right foods at the right time for their body type, because it balances your glands from the inside out. So the way it works is, say you're feeling kind of slow in the morning, it takes you a while to get going, like just leave me alone, give me my coffee. That could indicate that your metabolism is also kind of slow in the morning. So a small light breakfast is perfect for you. Medium to light lunch, and dinner is the main meal, as that is when your metabolism is highest and when you're going to burn it off most easily. Now, I've had clients that are doing the exact opposite, eating a huge breakfast, not knowing why they're hungry all day long, trying to eat a small dinner because they think that's good for weight loss, and then too hungry all night long, ending up snacking. So they're doing the complete opposite of what's best for their body type. Another person, who might jump out of bed full of energy, ready to take on the day, they might need way more protein and a bigger breakfast for them. So one size fits all never works. And if you are, say you're a pear-shaped, more, gain weight a little bit more lower body, then, it also works with your personality. Often you are the caring, motherly, giving type, and you might have a hard time taking care of yourself. So we work with that with you. If you are the strong, like kind of more apple-shaped, a little bit broad shoulders, maybe a large chest, you might be what's known as apple-shaped or adrenal type. Now, best for you is, again, a smaller breakfast, but you could have something a little bit bigger. And stress management is key for you, because when you might have a calm exterior, but you have a lot of inner stress going on. So we need to address that, because you may know if the body is stressed, there is no way that the body will release the weight. It's just going to hold on to the weight for protection. So all of these things we look at when we look at eating right for your body type. And I'm super excited to invite you on Monday. I will be doing a live masterclass. It will be longer than these, going into the body types, telling you all the things so you can figure out, if you don't know yet, what body type you are, and giving you tips on the right way to eat for your body type. So I hope you'll join in on Monday. It is such a transformational way of helping you lose weight, to learn how to eat right for your body type. And on Monday, the doors will open for my membership. So my membership is a community of like-minded women who are amazing, and they cheer each other on and support each other. You will start with a 7-week challenge to help jumpstart your weight loss. We are going to be helping you lose at least 7, maybe 10 pounds or more during the holidays, because the membership will be open next week, and then the challenge starts November 1st. You have 9 weeks until Christmas and New Year's starts, and that's easy and perfect. 1 pound per week, you can lose 9 pounds. So I hope you'll join us for the masterclass, and I'll tell you a little bit more about how to join the membership. The doors open Monday, but they close again on Thursday, so you only have 3 days to decide if you want in or not. I used to offer a similar challenge to what I'm going to be doing exactly in the membership, and that used to cost $930 for a 12-week session. Now I am offering my membership for $30 US per month. So it is a really low price point. I wanted to make it accessible to all. So I hope, again, you'll be getting the emails to invite you to the masterclass. You'll have a replay to watch. And I'm cheering you on. Keep on going, everyone. You are a queen. Yes, you did so well this week. I am flying my freak flag for you. Woohoo! Thanks for doing the 5-day challenge. We'll see you on Monday, and have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Take care.